Hi everyone, this is Om from Civil Center. Welcome to our channel. As we know, Civil Center is continuously working with the vision to guide civil engineering students and professionals. And for that, we keep making videos on different software and on different topics related to civil engineering field. So, what are we going to learn today? So guys, welcome to the third video of the series G+1 building detailing using Tekla Structures. So we have already learned how to modify the grid lines and how to place the F1 and F2 type of footing in our Tekla Structures. So I will just quickly revise all the things. So from the notes you can see that we have the grade of concrete as M20. So we will simply select the grade of concrete as M20 over here, and if you are not finding this grade, then you will have to install the Indian environment in Tekla Structures. So the profile of the footing was like 1600 by 1600, and the top level was minus 10450, and the bottom level was minus 1500. So this is how we have defined the footing, because the depth of the footing was 450 over here. Now we can quickly assign the footing in our Tekla structure so that we can get it. So for that I have already highlighted my footings in a structural drawing, and you can see that I have the DWG file for that. So I will just mark the coordinates and simply assign the footings over here. So you can see this is taking a little bit of time if you are going to assign the footing for the first time, and after that your footing will be assigned. Okay, so now once you can assign your footing, then you can simply go ahead and assign all the footings. So I will quickly move through this one. So I have already shown this in the previous classes, so I will not waste my time over here, and I will just simply assign F1 and F2 type of footing over here, and then we can go for the assigning of the F3 type of footing. Okay, so now I am highlighting the F3 type of footing, and I will just take the reference from the left and I can assign that to the right. Okay, so what I need to do, I need to mark the coordinates. So you can see over here it is at the intersection point of grid line W and grid line 15. So that's how you can recognize where to assign the footing, because there are so many grid lines and you will have to just mark the coordinates where the center lines are intersecting or the grid lines are intersecting in AutoCAD and Tekla structures respectively. Okay, so we will simply go for the F4 type of footing now, and we will just mark all the footings that are of F4 type, and then we will go for the sizes of that. So for that I can simply go to the footing schedule, and from there I can pick the sizes of F4 type of footing. So marking has been completed. Now I will go to the schedule, and over here you can see the F4 type of footing is of 1700 by 1700 and the depth is 450. So I will have to change the profile of this accordingly. So I will go to the properties box, and there we will just enter the needed details over here. So now it is fine, so I can simply close this one and I can start with assigning the footings to the desired location. And for that I have already marked the coordinates by highlighting my footings in a structural drawing, and I can simply just put all these footings in the Tekla structures by the coordinates. So you can see over here it is at the intersection point of the center line E and 15. So the first footing will be at the intersection point of E and 15. Similarly, we have the other two footings at intersection point of E and 12 and E and 8 respectively. So I will simply find the coordinates and place the F4 type of footing. Now all the concept is same for assigning the footing, so I will just quickly show you how you can assign other footings like the F4, F5 and F6. So similarly I am following the same process over here and I'm assigning the footings. So that is quite easy. Now that all my footings are assigned, I can just go ahead and check it for one more time so that I have assigned the footings or not. And for that, what you need to do, you need to simply count the number of the footings that are there in the Tekla structures and the number of footings that are there in the structural drawing, so that you can be sure that you haven't missed any footing over here. So I will simply count the number of footings in both the softwares and I will just compare that. Now I am going to go for the columns. So I am marking the C1 type of column over here. So I will choose, or you can say I will select all the columns with C1 type and I will simply highlight them in the AutoCAD, and after the highlighting is complete I can go ahead and assign that in the Tekla Structures. So you can simply assign all the columns over here, and after that you can go ahead and change the properties. So first of all I will simply mark the columns and then I will go to the schedule of the columns. Here you can see that the column size is 350 by 250. So you don't have to worry about the orientation of the column because you can change that anytime in Tekla Structures. So first of all let's assign the column, and for that we will have to define the size of the column in the properties box of Tekla Structures, and after that we can simply take the reference from the structural drawing and I will assign it in the similar way as we have done for the footings. Okay, so now you can see we have to change the profile of the column. First we have to change the grade of the concrete, and after that we can simply start with assigning the columns. So over here you can see what I have to do. I will have to just change it to 350 by 250, and then I will also change the material of the concrete, and for that I will just select over here and from there I will choose the M20. So you don't have to write M20 over there because that's a wrong method. Okay, so you will always have to follow the same sequence in order to define the material. Okay, now we have to also define the top and the bottom level of the column. So for that you can just check and assign it in the beginning, or if you want then you can also assign that later. So first of all we will try to place the columns and after that we can assign this. So it will also take a little bit of the time. Okay, if you are assigning the column for the first time, so this will happen just for the first time, whether it is column, beam or the footing. After that it will not take much of the time. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, so now you can see my column 1 has been assigned. So now I will have to simply wait for it, and after that we can go ahead with it. So now we'll have to just zoom in and then we can assign our columns over here. So this way you can simply take the reference from the left and you can use the reference to assign the columns on the right, and after that we will also see how to rotate the columns. So over here you can see that all the columns has been assigned, and now I will just open up the 3D view for it, and for that what I have done, I have just clicked on the um, grid lines, and then after right click you can just open any view. Okay, now I don't need the view on the right, so I'll close this one and then I will expand this one in order to get it in a proper way. So you can always drag it and bring it below, but that's not a very good method. However, to save the time you can, like if it is just one column then you can use this method. Otherwise we will do one thing, we will simply click on the grid lines and check for what is the top level over here. So our top level over here is 6707, so we will simply select the column and change the top level to 6707. Now we will take care of the footings, and you can see that after clicking on modify it has been changed. Now for the bottom level let's assign minus 1200 first, and you can see that here in the footing it has gone deeper. Okay, so I will have to reduce the size. So I know that I have used two different types of the footings with two different types of top levels. So one was at minus 1200 and another was at minus 1050. So I will go for minus 1050 over here, and you can see now all my columns are perfectly placed on my footing. Okay, so this way you can simply do it and you can always assign them. Now what I need to take care of, I need to take care of the orientation of the column. So I will just demonstrate you how you can change the orientation. So first of all you will have to select the column, then you will have to go to rotation, and there you will have to enter the rotation angle. So I will make it 90 and click on modify, or you can simply press the enter button on your keyboard and it will be rotated. Now I will simply undo the process and then I will select all the columns that has to be rotated, and for that I will take the reference of the structural drawing over here. So you can see all my columns are to be rotated, but one is still to be left, so I will just leave the one at the intersection point of the B12 and I will just rotate all other columns over here. So I will just click on it and see in the 3D view which is the column. Okay, now I know that this column has to be left undisturbed and I will have to just rotate all other columns. So I will change the property of all other columns from the properties box. I will just select the columns and there I will provide the rotation angle of 90 degree and all the columns will be rotated. So you can also see on the left window, that is the plan window of 1500. So you can see except the one that is on the intersection point of B and 12 grid line, all other has been rotated. So that was the desired thing over here. Now you can see I will have to just count the number of the columns so that I can check whether I have placed all the columns properly or not. So this is how you can just do all these things. So guys, that was all from my side for today. So guys, that was all for today. If you want more such informative videos, then you can visit our YouTube channel, as well as you can also visit our Facebook page, where you will find a number of YouTube videos and the informative posts related to our live online classes. So if you want to register for our live online classes, then you can simply go to the link given in the description. All you have to do is to click on that link and it will open up a Google form for you. You have to just fill your details over here and I will personally give you a call and I will guide you how to proceed to join our live classes. See you in the next video. Thank you.